Well, there you have it, your Friday little DIY, making your own summer tote bag. And speaking of bags, when it comes to materials, leather's evolved to keep the good stuff in and the bad stuff out. That's why it's such a good material to use when making bags and accessories. But when it comes to luxury leather goods, we tend to think of fancy European brand names with an outrageous price tag attached to it, and not always about the quality, style, and longevity. Well, this morning we are joined by power couple Chad and Erin-Lee Petersen, and they are here to prove us wrong. In fact, they believe in high-end African leather accessories should be accessible to everyone. Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
Well, Erin, you've been here before,
yes,
so you're no
have.
stranger to Expresso.
No.
Well, listen, I love the fact that you guys, you've started Research Unit, and you guys have got a great story behind it. Do you mind just sharing what a cell phone and capital have to do with the start of your business?
Well, we don't come from money. We come straight from the Cape Flats. Had to work very, very hard. And when we started our brand, no one wanted to give us any capital. No bank, no anything. So what we did was we were emerging creatives at Design Indaba. And we got about 80 odd orders, and we decided, okay, how are we going to get capital to do this? And we bought an iPhone on contract, and we decided to sell it so that we could gain some money for raw material, to buy some raw material, so that we could actually make our orders. And from there on, those 80 odd orders kind of became more than just the fact that we didn't have capital, and it grew from there. So much so that every single person started coming to us and saying, oh, okay, good, we really started seeing sales develop from that. And that's how we started. Absolutely no capital, sold an iPhone.
I think it's very clever to, buy a cell phone, sell it, and use that as the capital.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say sets Research Unit apart?
I mean, our designs are quite unique. We keep everything simple. There's nothing unobtrusive. We make it useful. We follow the good principles of design, but actually more importantly is we actually skill people from scratch. So no one that comes into Research Unit has kind of any skills with regards to making leather goods, luxury leather goods for that matter. And we basically skill them from ground zero. And we found that actually that's the best way to do things, because sometimes people come in with skills and the skills aren't necessarily as high as what we need them to be. So it's harder to re-skill them. So we just skill them with a good attitude. They come in and we skill them up.
But what makes us so extremely, extremely different is, number one, our story, which you can't say that a lot of people sold an iPhone to start a brand, and the fact that we skill them up to a level where they can work in an Italian factory to make high-end leather goods, luxury leather goods, to a point where we can compete on an international standard, not just... we would like to show what Africa is all about. The fact that we can actually put Africa on the map with regard to international standards, so that people from all around the world can actually see that this is what Africa has to offer. That's cool.
I think that is absolutely cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing your incredible story. And, luxury doesn't always mean outrageous price tags and fancy brands, but style, quality, and longevity, that's what matters. So redefine what luxury means and bring in local handcrafted quality, and of course support local designers like Research Unit the next time you're planning on buying high-end leather luxury products.